In this video, we'll be looking at the Product Cost tab. On this tab, there are really only one or two areas where a user needs to input information. As you can see here, we're looking at our expected materials costs by year on a per unit basis. For more information on expected materials costs, please see our instruction manual. As you can see here, in year one for product A, we are assuming $172 of material costs per unit. And we've entered in materials costs over the subsequent years of the model. In this example, you can see they're decreasing over time as we're expecting some economies of scale. You may recall from an earlier video, we were launching a new product, product B, in year 3. In this example, we were assuming expected material costs of $200 per unit. And we've entered in our material costs over the subsequent years. Now, I'd also like to direct your attention to the alternative method. Again, for more information, please see our instruction manual. So as you can see in our output below, we have our expected material costs on a per unit basis as we've entered above. However, we can also look at our expected material costs as a percentage of sales. For this example, let's say 55%. Now, as you can see, by entering in our materials costs as a percentage of sales, it has overwritten the expected materials costs we've entered above on a per unit basis. Please keep in mind that if you do enter any information in our alternative method, it will overwrite the information you've entered above. Next, I'd like to direct your attention to our gross margin per unit output. Here, we're looking at information pulled from other tabs, such as the selling price, which is pulled from our revenue tab, materials costs, which we've entered above, labor costs, which are pulled through from our staffing cost tab, and include salaries related to production. There are also other costs. Other costs are pulled through from our operating expenses tab and include expenses that are related to production. As you'll see, we have no other monthly costs related to production. In this example, we were assuming that our production was outsourced to a third party. We've also provided some graphs and tables here to give users a visual of what their total costs look like on a per unit basis over time, as well as their labor and other costs on a per unit basis.